This morning at 3:33 a.m., the Lord woke me up out of bed. To be honest with you, I laid there with my eyes closed, enjoying the warmth, snug as a bug in a rug, and I said, Lord, is this something that I can keep my eyes closed for? Are you just going to talk to me? Or do I need to get up and pray or read my Bible or something? And as I was laying there, I started thinking, Melinda, you don't want to miss your day of visitation. So I think you need to get up and be obedient to the Lord. I grabbed a notebook and a pen and I started writing some notes. My mind went back to the year 2016. During that period of time, Tim was out of state on a job. For a long period of time, I was here by myself. At that time, I was taking antidepressants and the pharmacy had given me a generic. The other one worked its way out of my system, and I not so lovingly refer to that time in my life as the breakdown. It was pretty severe. I had to take 5 weeks off of work, be put on several medications so that I could get all of that back into my system. It was a very difficult time in my life. As I was recalling all of these things, the Lord asked me, Melinda, what do you remember the most about that time? And the first thing that came back into my head was, Lord, I remember that you were there. You were always there for me. I decided that I was going to look up Jeremiah 33. And as you know, that's the verse that says, call unto me, and I will answer thee, and I will show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. If you know the context of that book, Jeremiah, it is when the Babylonians came in and attacked Jerusalem. They were under siege. The enemy would not let anyone in or out. They were having a hard time getting supplies, and many not only perished, but it was a very difficult time in the history of Jerusalem and God's people. But in the midst of that situation, God was making a call for his people to seek his face and to call out to him, to call upon the Lord, and he would draw near to them. As I did a study on this early in the hours this morning, I realized how closely my life lined up with that scripture, because while the enemy was sieging my life during that time period in 2016, and while it seemed that I was isolated and all alone, God never left me. I called out to him, and he came and he got me through those situations. And today he's brought many blessings and healings into my life. The thing that I took away from that is this. I no longer remember the pain that was associated. I no longer remember the angst and the turmoil and the mental harassment and suffering that I was going through at that time. God was always faithful. He was always there for me. I was thinking, Lord, surely you didn't get me up just to ask me this question of what I remembered about 2016, but I really felt like it was something deeper than that. Lately, he has really been stirring the calling of God that he had placed on my life so many years ago, the one that I thought I relinquished, the one that I thought I had abandoned and that there was no way that God could ever use me again. But friends, I want you to know that God is able to resurrect those callings, those dreams. In Mark chapter 5, it talks about how Jesus came in to Jairus' daughter, and he reached out his hand and he said, little girl, arise. And she rose from the dead. Today, I really believe that there are some things that have been placed inside of our hearts, inside of our lives, that seem to have died a long time ago. But Jesus said this to the family at that time. She's not dead, she's just sleeping. And if you look at that context there, it's a temporary rest. So friends, I believe that during these past several years, while I've been healing, God has had me in a temporary rest, and maybe you're at that place too. And you know, God is able to come and to bring life into those areas that seem to be dead and non-fruitful. So today, I just want to remind you that whatever your purpose is in life, and even though you seem to have been diverted from the path that he had you on, he is able to redeem that time. Perhaps today it seems that your life is like Jerusalem, laying in ruins, scattered everywhere, disconnected. Your dreams are crushed, your hopes destroyed, but I want to tell you today that God is able to resurrect those dreams. He is able to restore and rebuild better than it ever was before. I love you. I appreciate you. Be blessed and stay safe out there.